Today, we are going to help guide you through the UMO campus map. Like every map, there's a legend. If you look over to the left, you'll see a key that shows where certain people are allowed to park. Parking is really limited on campus, so make sure you're in the right area when you park. Visiting parking lots are marked by a P. The P means that you may park temporarily for a day. You can get these parking permits at either the Memorial Union or the police station, which you will see circled in purple. Parking permits for a day are free, and if you want to park for multiple days, it's going to cost you a little bit of money. Students who live on campus, they get a commuter parking sticker, and that's in the red areas. They are allowed to park here, but you'll notice they're not really close to campus because all the dorms are on the outskirts. You can get a resident parking permit for $50, and that will cover you for the year. If you drive a motorcycle, it's only $30, but really, what good is that going to do you in the winter? So you might as well just bring your car. If you're a commuter student, you get to park in the black parking areas. But if you're parking here, you better bring your walking shoes because it's a long way to go. They're all around the outskirts of the campus. This will also cost you $50, so it's not cheap to park on campus. However, there are a fair amount of spots as long as you get here early. If you look at the map, there's a lot of these little blue areas around campus, and they seem to be pretty centrally located on the outside of the map. These are for staff and faculty. And of course, the faculty get the good stuff. So they get the good parking areas. Not only that, but they only have to pay $35. I don't get it. It seems like the students should have to pay less, and the faculty and staff should have to pay more. They're getting the paychecks. But what do I know? So don't park in the blue because, boy, they'll tow you out of there as fast as you can say, ticking, ticking, ticking. Also on the legend is this thing where it says green, and those are carpool permits. But if you look at the map, I can't find any green anywhere because the green that's on the map is not the green that is showing the carpool parking. Plus, you cannot find a price for it on the website. So sorry about the green, I'm kind of clueless. Some of the other areas on the map that you can see marked are things like information areas with the little question mark. You can go there and get all your questions answered about anything, like parking maybe, I don't know. Then you'll see also there's little squares with a little bus in it. That means it's the bus stop. There is a public bus that runs from Bangor and Outer Lyon areas that comes into the university. But then there's also something that's called the Black Bear Express, and that's a handy dandy little bus that will take you back and forth to Orono as many times as you want to go. It runs like every 15 minutes. You can pick it up anytime you want, and you get it in those same spots. Another handy dandy little place that you should know about, but let's hope you never have to need it, is where the ambulance is. That's at the Cutler Health Center. And if you're sick, you can go there and get some help. The other thing you should know is that there are little emergency phones all over campus, and you'll recognize them not because they have a little red phone on them, but because they have a little blue light on a pole. They're located everywhere, even out the bike path. And speaking of which, the bike path is a really nice little walk out through the woods. You ought to try it someday. It's beautiful out there. I mean, there's trees and there's fields, and you'll see all kinds of deer and things like that. Since we're on the topic of, getting a little exercise or getting some fresh air, if you look up in the upper left-hand corner of the map, there is the New Balance Student Recreation Center. It is absolutely beautiful. You'll love it there. It's actually one of the premier rec centers on college campuses in the United States. It's got all kinds of workout machines and weightlifting. It's a wonderful place to be. And also, and this is just kind of a secret, there's a little parking lot there, and they don't usually check a ticket because people are coming in and out of there to exercise all the time. If you look around the New Balance Student Recreation Center, you'll notice there's some trails in green. These are actually also beautiful walking trails, or in the winter, they are groomed for cross-country skiing. And you can go for miles and miles and miles, and you can get really lost if you're not careful. And if you go out there in the spring with your new walking shoes, you're going to get kind of muddy, and that might make you mad if you're going to get dirty, but you know, whatever. So now you know a little more about the parking on the University of Maine campus and some of the other interesting areas. If you have any questions, they actually put the number on this map, so you can call the parking office at 581-4047. Hope you've enjoyed our little tutorial. Have a wonderful day.